welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. Maybe it doesn't feel like that for you guys, but it's been a while since I sat down and filmed. If you're new to my channel, my name is Leslie. Please consider subscribing and joining my YouTube family. In today's video, I am going to share with you guys some tips for breastfeeding and pumping for a working mom. I had to go back to work a month after I gave birth to Eden, which was not fun, but it's what had to be done. And so I had to pump Monday through Friday for her. So I learned a few things along the way, and I hope that these tips help you if you're a working mom. So the first tip that I have to share with you guys is to make a pumping schedule. It can be so easy that when you're at work, you can kind of just get caught up in work and not pump, but it is important to keep a pumping schedule. Along with that is that you should nurse your baby before you leave to work, and then you should pump as often as you would feed your baby if you were with your baby. So if your baby eats every 2 hours, pump every 2 hours. If your baby eats every 3 hours, pump every 3 hours. I personally kind of felt like I couldn't pump as much as I needed to at work. No one told me anything. It's just, you know, you kind of feel like you're inconveniencing people, because in my situation I had to pump in the bathroom, which is not fun, but there was no other place for me to pump, which really sucked. And so, you know, people have to use the bathroom and whatnot, and just feel like you're inconvenienced. So I pumped 3 times instead of 4 times, and I just kind of made my schedule. And the schedule I made when Eden was a newborn was I would pump it. So I would feed her before I would leave to work, and then I would pump about, so that I would feed her around 6:30, 6:40, and then I would pump again. I would pump for the first time at work at 8:30, then 11:30, and then 2:30. Those were my times to pump. I kind of spread it out like that. And then I would nurse her as soon as I got home. So it kind of worked out that way, and I would get home about 4:30. So from 2:30 to 4:30, 2 hours, so it would be perfect. So just make a schedule. And for me, I wrote it out on a sticky note and I put it on my computer so I can remember and constantly have that in my brain that I need to pump. Don't feel that because you're at work you can't pump. By law, you have the right to go pump. So don't feel like you're inconveniencing anyone. Just go and pump. Set your schedule, kind of figure out, you know, what hours you should be pumping. My lactation consultant kind of helped figure out my schedule and what times I should pump and all that. Another option is to, this is something I personally didn't do, but my lactation consultant kind of suggested this or recommended this in case I didn't feel comfortable pumping as much as I needed at work. She said power pump on the way to work. So basically, you know, you put your hands-free pumping bra and you just pump all the way to work. And so I never did that personally, but you know, you empty out your breast and then you pump whenever you can. If you have to pump inside a storage closet that doesn't have a lock, put out a sign outside of the door that says, you know, I don't know, breastfeeding mom pumping. Just a sign that lets people know that you're in there pumping and that they should not come in, or that they should at least knock before coming in. As far as milk goes, use the milk that you pump that day, use it for the next day. Store it in the refrigerator and use it for the next day. Store it in milk bags or store it in little plastic milk storage containers. I kind of touched on that on my video that is about how to store breast milk, and I'll link that above so you can check it out. I personally loved the plastic milk storage ones. I bought the ones by Advent and they hold 6 ounces, and I like those a lot because milk storage bags are expensive, and so these came, I think it was like, I don't know, $11 for 12 of them, and you can wash them and reuse them for the next day, whereas milk storage bags, once you use them up, you have to throw them out. So I thought it was more cost effective and I really like them. And then whatever you pump for Friday, store in the freezer for Monday. So that way you're having fresh milk every day, and then the only time it will be frozen is during the weekend. Things you will need for pumping at work would be obviously your breast pump. You would need a cooler with an ice pack in there. The Medela cooler is really cool because it has an ice pack that's kind of has like the shape of your bottles, if that makes sense. Your bottles fit perfectly in there. Or if you don't want to buy that, at first, before I got that, I had just like a lunch bag and I had ice packs in there, and that's what I did until I think I did that for the first like 2 months of pumping until I got my Medela one. You'll need milk storage bags or the plastic milk storage containers, as I mentioned. You will also need, well, not need, but I recommend getting like a breathable bag that you can put in your breast pump parts at the end of the day, because you know they're going to be wet from you washing them and rinsing them. I personally didn't want them to be like all get mold or anything like that, or get like a bad scent on the way home. So I used, you know, those bags that you put your bras in to put in the washing machine. I used one of those to put on my pump parts and bring them home. I also use kind of like a washcloth, like a face washcloth, and I always bring one to work, and I put it in this, I use it to put it in the sink so that I can put my pump parts to dry in the sink at work. It'd be nasty to just put them in there, because you know, it'd just be nasty. You don't know if people actually clean the sink or not. So I found it really helpful to just bring a little washcloth to put in there and put my stuff to dry. If you don't feel comfortable pumping at work, you can pump in your car. I've known a few people to do that. I know Medela sells like a power adapter that is battery operated, so you can pump on the go, or you can buy adapters so that you can plug in your pump in the car if your car doesn't have like a regular outlet, which my husband's car does have the regular outlet but mine doesn't. So that's also really helpful. Oh, how could I forget? You will also need a hands-free pumping bra. Oh my goodness, I did not know I needed this, and my husband went to Target at the beginning of my breastfeeding journey and he came home with this. I have the Medela one and it is a freaking lifesaver. It is amazing, guys. Like, it just makes life so much easier. The only thing with those is that, you know, I have to unclip my bra and then put it on and then slide the parts through it, but it's not a big deal. It makes it easier. I don't have to sit there and hold it, because when you have to hold both of them, it's kind of hard to press the button once your letdown comes, or adjust the vacuum strength. Hands-free pumping bra is amazing. So those are all the tips I have to share with you guys. I hope these tips were helpful. They're things that I've learned along the way. Guys, next week, next Saturday, June 8th, I guess this video is going up Monday, so Saturday, June 8th, Eden is turning 1. That means 1 whole year of breastfeeding, and I am so freaking like grateful that oh my god, I'm getting emotional. I am so grateful that I've been able to breastfeed Eden this long. It hasn't been easy. There's been times when I wanted to give up, but I thank God for the ability to breastfeed her. Pumping is not fun, but I would do anything for my baby girl, and I'm just super grateful. And it's been a beautiful journey. Like, I love the bond that breastfeeding brings, and I'm gonna be really sad when our breastfeeding journey comes to end. I'm not sure when that will be. I told myself that it would be when she turns 1, but now that she's almost 1, I'm like, I don't want to stop. So we'll see. She's really attached to the boob, so I don't know if she will actually want to wean anytime soon, but I am so grateful to God for this opportunity to nurse her. It's been amazing. Guys, moms are just amazing in general. You guys are doing an amazing job, And the fact that you want to pump while you're at work to provide that milk for your baby says a lot about you. It's not easy. Going back to work isn't fun, but you're doing what you have to do for your family, and I congratulate you because you are a strong, amazing mama. So guys, that is it for this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please hit the bell notification button so you can be notified every time I upload. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you have not, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.